Okay, brief Castlevania sort of rant more than review because I have so much to say about it, but it's not complete fight yet. I'm still waiting for it to sink in. It's short. It's 4 20 to 25 minute episodes, probably 20, probably 25. There are spoilers. Try not to. The first episode has to do with Dracula. It has a relationship with Mrs. Tepps. And they have great chemistry with each other. And spoilers alert. That's unfortunate. I see what they're trying to go with it though. Tepps is a really cool character, interesting, smart. I like the scientific people. I like the religious people in Castlevania, the people in the town that Dracula cursed, and you feel lost when you get to know her because she does the actor and the writing just does a good job of building up the character. Dracula, very cool guy. He looks like he's going to intimidate her, bite her, but he falls in love with her, which is pretty cool. And then you find out what happens to her. It's pretty horrific, actually. I like how they cut away from it so you don't see it like visually. Although it could have been a lot darker, and you didn't have that necessarily need that edit, considering that's animation. It's not real horror, torture, etc. So that happens to her. Then Dracula does terrible things to the town, summons the demons. That's Castlevania. So before they convert over to the next episode, they hint at the next episode by having people fight and talk about Dracula in the bar. And then the second episode, you're in the bar, then everyone's bullying, not Simon Belmont, but Trevor Beaumont, who's like this pretty funny guy, and the acting in this is so good. It should get an Emmy or something. It's really good. Or an OVA Emmy or TV Oscar or something. Voice acting is probably... I don't know what else could possibly be in this year. Persona I didn't think was that great voice acting wise, and that was probably the main voice acting gig. Unless Shenmue or something comes out, but I don't think Shenmue's going to win voice acting. Final 7 is definitely not. Remake is definitely not coming out this year. Possibly Square Enix. Binding of Isaac. I keep thinking it's Binding of Isaac, but it's not. It's this. Not Cyber Frontier. The Secret of Mana. No, the Chrono Trigger. Somewhat Secret of Mana. Spiritual successor. Even though it's mainly the Chrono Trigger engine. Maybe that game will get voice acting of the year for video games, but it's Square. Square is not the best in terms of voice acting normally. So anyway, Trevor Beaumont. Funny guy, but knows how to fight. Whips people. Went a little extreme with the eye knocked out of the guy's body, but I don't know, it fit. It's like it's adult. I don't even know if it's adult, but it's more. There's some risk in terms of gore in this show. Castlevania in general, I think people might have played it on the NES. I don't know if they were kids. Probably why I didn't play it. It wasn't as kid friendly as Mega Man or Mario, and I think that they made that spiritually successor. They made that. It's pretty much what it should be for like an animated show, and there's all the media that was saying it was going to be R-rated and everything, so that makes sense too. So Simon Belmont helps a poor guy who's getting bullied by the townspeople with these religious right-wing terrorists, basically. Yes, we believe in the Christianity. I don't think there's any social commentary, it's just, over religious people. That's how they would act. It's weird, none of these religious people have anyone who's good to fight with. So how do they maintain an organization if nobody there can fight? Very weird. I mean, they could obviously burn or hurt that lady earlier on, but Like, against demons, they're absolutely useless. Like, it's a little bit too one-sided. There should be one cool guy who's like beating up people and is like a right-wing person, opposed to all of these like devil people. Overall, like, what powers is he gonna have? I guess he could have like evil paladin powers or something, but still. Yeah, they're a little bit one-dimensional. It wasn't even the demons who were the bad guys; it's the right-wing Christian people. Like, I don't know. It's a purpose. Like, it's understandable. It's not like a Z movie where you don't understand what the heck's going on or the purpose of those characters. Like, the enemies, and you figure it out. So you find the Searcher in the third episode, or the Seeker. I forgot what the name of the person was, but it's basically a witch, like powers, who's like has a connection to the space-time continuum of all this mumbo jumbo. So Trevor Beaumont, I'll just say Beaumont, finds her, saves her from like a Cyclops in the third episode. I forget what happens in the third episode. In the fourth episode, the townspeople are really giving it to Beaumont about leaving the town because they hate the Beaumonts, just like AVGN said about them in the previous films and previous video games. And then they find the stop. There's this whole time space continuum storyline because they're the devil's work. Yeah, that makes sense. But that's what they did, and it did make sense. And they find this vampire who's in this coffin, and they fight with him, and then they reveal the prophecy that seekers or searchers or whatever they're called are known and know about, and then the vampire tells them of the prophecy too, and tells them more about the prophecy. It's weird. Like, Tempest was scientific. They talk a lot about prophecies. I would like Tempest to. I think if they were going to use Tempest, they would use more Frankenstein characters. Showing that Tempest is very scientific, and there's a lot to talk about the cult, but oh well. So anyway, they reveal who the vampire and who they try to unleash to help them fight all the demons. Stop Dracula is. That's good. You have two good sides fighting each other, and they're really evil Christian people. That's pretty cool. And then they reveal who he is. I'm not gonna spoil it for you because I figure you should at least give it views just for figuring out who that is. And then his relationship to everybody, and why it's important for him to stop Dracula. And there's a lot of stakes and character and acting. Awesome show. Good cliffhanger. It was short, but I might as well tell you now. There's recently a report that they're going to have a second season of Castlevania. I don't know what's coming out. I think 2018 is a little bit late considering that they didn't really have that much in these 4 episodes. Hopefully, maybe the episodes in the 2018 season will be longer. Really good. Hope the best. Hopefully we'll see the Dracula meet up with Beaumont, maybe other Castlevania characters. Really cool. Wish they could do more. I'm trying to remember what else I have to say. So he wants to do a Metroid, R-rated Metroid show, which is pretty cool because that has monsters too. Well, that's actually Nintendo, so we'll see if that goes. That would actually be a Nintendo R-rated show. He was interested. He did Power/Rangers, which is R-rated Power Rangers show, and he did The Gray, which was an Oscar nominee even by Movie Bob, Adi Shankar, and he's interested in doing the R-rated Power Rangers animated show. So very cool for Power Rangers. I'm a Power Rangers fan. I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully it'll be really cool. I was hoping for a Frankenstein monster. Hopefully more fights. I don't really mind the music, even though it's not classic. But I thought that it captured Castlevania like a horror action gore show, even though not action, not that much Castlevania music, like Avg said. But I felt like it was a good adaptation to a TV show because like platforming would not have translated well into a show about to a show they have to watch for hour 20 minutes or 80 minutes or whatever it was. So that was done well. Like the platforming would not have fit the show or been watchable. Although it did work for like, I don't know, you could make it cheesy like Captain or something where they have like references to the games, but I felt like how they did Castlevania as a cartoon or adult cartoon or R-rated cartoon was done very well. And it wasn't cheesy. It was taken seriously. There was a lot of effort. And it'll be praised for that, and it has been praised for that.